Hello, good afternoon. This is Rosemary. Welcome to the Queen Cuisine cooking channel. I hope everyone is enjoying this hot afternoon. It's really hot down here. So today we're going to be making the chicken noodle soup. So the chicken noodle soup is a very popular soup and it can be taken at any time, especially during the cold weather. It can be taken to fight flu, to prevent flu, So today, without wasting much time, I'm just going to dive into what we need to make the chicken noodle soup. So the first ingredient I will need is my parsley. So these are fresh parsley leaves. So parsley is very good. It helps, it's a powerful natural diuretic and help reduce bloating and blood pressure, and it is also loaded with vitamin K, which has been linked to bone health. So we are also going to be using celery. So here I have like 10 sticks of celery. So this celery is also very good. It is loaded with antioxidants such as vitamin C. We are also going to be using carrots. So the carrots has a full benefit that promotes healthy vision, which is your sight. I'm also going to be using bay leaves. Today I'm going to be using just 3 bay leaves, which also helps improve your digestion. And I'm also going to be using the ginger. These are crushed ginger. So the ginger helps reduce inflammation, which may cause depression. And we also need garlic. So the garlic, as you know, has a lot of health benefits. It helps boost your body immune system and also helps reduce high blood pressure and a lot more. So, and definitely we'll need our chicken. So I'm using the breast chicken, and this is about 1.5 pounds of chicken. You will also need your olive oil, right? You need an olive oil, and you will need half lime. You will also need, today I'm also going to add a little bit of spicy hot pepper because I love spices, I'm sorry. But this is optional, you don't need it. And we'll need half onion. Okay, so let's get started so I don't waste much time. So the first thing you will need is your pot. So I already added 10 cups of water in my pot because it depends on the quantity of soup you want to make, so you just want to gauge it. So right now we want to first make our broth for our soup. So I'm going to add my chicken in my pot. So first I turn on my heat, medium heat, then I'm going to add the chicken to my water. Then I'm going to add my carrots, right? I'm going to add my pepper, my bay leaves, onion, and celery. Then I'm just going to add the parsley. Okay, good. So the next thing I want to do is to add some salt to that, okay? Not too much salt. What we're doing right now is we want to make our broth, okay, for our soup. So you're going to leave this and allow it to boil for 30 minutes. You really want to allow it boil really good because you want the chicken to be really tender, because we need to shred the chicken to make our soup. So you're going to allow this to cook for half an hour to get our broth. Okay, so while we are waiting for our chicken to cook, we also need to start making the stuff we're going to put in our broth. So what you need for that is you need your pan, and I'm going to turn my heat to low heat or medium heat. Then you need your olive oil, a cup of olive oil. So what I've done ahead of this video is I kind of chopped off celery. What you see right here are celeries. So I chopped this off already. I'm just going to allow my oil to heat up a little bit before putting anything in it. So you're going to add your celery. Then this is also potatoes, chopped potatoes. You don't need a lot of potatoes, and you just need half potatoes. And of course your chopped carrots. And then you need this is your ginger, your garlic, your half lemon. And what you also need to make the soup is your egg noodles soup. So I'm going to be using the Blue Dragon egg noodle for my soup. That's going to be at the end, okay? So for my oil, I want to add in my celery, my chopped celeries. And I'm going to add in my chopped carrots. And I'm going to add in my chopped potatoes. Then I'm going to add my garlic, which is half a spoon. The garlic is already crushed. And then I'm adding my ginger, which is also crushed. I'm going to mix this up. I'm also going to add my seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning. So today I'm using the garlic, onion plus black pepper sea salt as one of my seasoning. I'm going to add some garlic. I don't want it to be too much, just a little bit of garlic powder. Then I'll add some onion powder. Then you can add some curry powder to add some taste to it as well. Just a little bit of that. I'm going to stir this together. I'm going to let it sit on the burner for 10-15 minutes. And while you're cooking this, you don't want the carrots or the fruits to be too soft, because you want it to remain crunchy. So when you add it to the soup, it's really nice. So you're just going to leave it here and keep stirring it. You leave it for 10 minutes. My potatoes, carrots, and my celery, I believe is cooked. So I'm going to turn up the heat. And by the way, please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. Also hit on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. And like this video and share the video. So I just turned off the heat for the veggies I'm going to add to my broth, which is right here. You don't want it to be soggy, so you need to keep an eye on it when you mix everything, when you are cooking it with the oil. You need to be really very careful not to overcook it so it's not too soft, because you're going to add it to the broth and you're going to end up cooking it for like 5 minutes, okay? So you need to be aware of that. So our broth is still cooking with all the goodies we put in it. So we're still going to allow this to sit for another 20 minutes before turning it off, okay? I hope you guys are following me so far. Please like this video, share this video. Thank you. Okay guys, so right now it's been almost 40 minutes. We've been heating our chicken to make it really tender and to make sure all the ingredients from the parsley, the carrots, the celery, onion, everything goes into our water for our broth. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try and save my bay leaves because I'm going to use my bay leaves for my broth. So I'm going to remove my chicken. I'm going to put my chicken in a plate because I'm going to end up shredding that. Oops, just find another bay leaf. I'm trying to make sure the celery doesn't follow my chicken. So now we have our broth. So what we're going to do, we're going to sieve it because we only need the liquid, right? I'm going to turn off my heat. And I'm going to sieve this. Okay, now I've finished sieving it. Okay, so we've done sieving the chicken and the broth. So right now this is the broth you have. It's clear. Make sure it's clear. The parsley, the vegetables, they are all out. So I'm going to add this to my pot. I'm going to turn my heat on. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start shredding my chicken. So this is the chicken right here. I'm going to shred it. So the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add my fried veggies. I'm going to add it to my broth. Stir that up. I'm going to add back the bay leaves. And then this is when you want to add your egg noodles. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using the Blue Dragon egg noodles. So I'm going to add two of these rolls in my pot. You don't want it to be too much, okay? Because the end goal of this is so you have the soup. We want the soup, right? So you just add that on. I'm going to finish chopping up my chicken. Okay, when you're done with that, you're going to add in your shredded chicken. Then I'm going to add squeezing my half lemon. You don't need a lot. You're just going to let this bring this to a boil for like 5 minutes. And it's on medium heat. You don't want it to be high heat, just use medium heat. We want to make sure the egg noodles is properly cooked, not too soft, because everything else is already cooked, right? So we just want the noodles to be soft and tender, and then we'll turn it off. Okay, so let's give it 5 minutes and it should be ready to go. And again, if you haven't liked my video, please go ahead and like my video, share the video, and hit on the notification bell so each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. And thank you for staying tuned and watching my cooking channel today. So I'm just gonna wait for 5 minutes and then we'll check for the end products. Okay, so now we are going to check our soup. It's been 5 minutes, so we're going to see what it really looks like. So now I'm just going to bring the video closer so you guys can see the end products. That's your end product right there, and you can tell it's cooked already. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't want the noodles to be overcooked, right? So you want to give room. You want to at least, because I like my soup to be crunchy, I don't want everything to be all soggy and soaked. So I'm going to dish some for myself. Grab some veggies. And the other thing I want to add, throughout the whole process, I never added any salt anymore. So if you feel you need to add salt, please feel free to do so. It was well seasoned, so I didn't need to add any more salt. Okay. Just wanted to call that out in case you're wondering, oh, where's the salt? Why are we not adding salt? Okay, so this is the soup, chicken noodle soup, and like I mentioned earlier, it's very good if you are fighting flu or you just want to keep yourself healthy, you want to cleanse out your system. This is the best thing to do in the evening or in the morning. It's really nice because it has all the vitamin. We use parsley, we used carrot, we use celery, we used ginger, garlic, and lemon. So you can never beat that. Again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. I really appreciate you for staying tuned to my channel and staying to the end. So this is our chicken noodle soup. Again, thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And please go ahead and subscribe, like the video, share the video. Until we see you again, talk to you soon. And also, before I let you all go, do not forget to drop a comment on the comment section. If there's any dish you would like me to prepare in this channel, just go ahead and drop it in the comment section. I will definitely bring it your way.